doing my really big passion project, work on it a ton, like a lot of people, just like, kind of being Picasso in the studio, just drawing, painting all the time. And I got something cool to show you guys. So this is my comic, Orion's Bridge. These are the first 5 pages. I'll be launching my Indiegogo basically the same day that this airs. I've done a ton of research, really excited for it. The reason I went with Indiegogo was the money's out right then. I just don't want anyone surprised. Like when it gets fulfilled, I want, you want to buy one, you just buy one, and then I'll send them to you. But knowing how many did it print, knowing the pre-orders, knowing, that's super, super helpful for me as on a logistics, perspective. And knowing how much to ask for. I'm just only asking $5,000, mostly just to pay for lettering, printing, production, that kind of thing.
Going in, knowing a little bit about the story that you have going on and being able to see kind of the behind process thing, I just want to let everybody know this is something you'll definitely want to be on the lookout for. So I've got favorite characters already, and when you guys see it, you will too, I promise you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I've been working really hard on it. I mean, it's been something I've been working on for years, but just having so much more time, I've been able to knock out so many pages. But I wanted to show everyone. So this is basically my thing, Orion's Bridge. It's a story born out of my love for syndicated television. That's kind of how we all grew up, was on one and done storytelling. Shows like Doctor Who, The Incredible Hulk, Knight Rider, Star Trek: The Next Generation, Star Trek, like anything like that, where it was like science fiction procedural, where you started an episode, everything was fine, a problem would arise, they'll work their way through it, and at the end they would solve it or not solve it, but then we move on to another episode. So it starts off, and it's about our protagonist, Ray Orion, and he is a code breaker. He's the best code breaker in the world. He's a professor. He's brought in by the military, who he's worked with before, decoding things during the war, but now he's brought in to decode something far different. It's the UFO crashed here at Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. So they're bringing him in to decipher the controls. Here we get to see a little of the aliens. They're highly evolved beings. They see all these crazy humanoids with their guns. And of course, our first contact is not a great one. So the next day, Walker Air Force Base, and they're asking him to decipher these controls. So what do you say, Professor? Can you translate any alien? This is a 5-page pitch for anyone who was not familiar. This book was considered at a publisher. Unfortunately, it didn't end up working out. That said, judging off of 5 pages, there's not a whole lot to show. I can't necessarily blame them. You know what I mean? 5 pages is a good sample. And I would say a lot of people would see this and be more interested, hopefully. Not to leave it all up to that, I'm going to just make the whole comic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
For the Indiegogo, $10 gets you the whole 100-plus page graphic novel in digital form. $20 for the hard copy, and $42 for one, plus some really special prints that we're going to add in there. Yeah. There's some higher tiers as well, so please check it out. And if you can give and you can help out, I really appreciate it. Every single one we can sell not only buys us more story, it also just affirms what we're doing.
I will definitely be having a copy, and I'm not even into comics like that, which is the interesting thing about it.